Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are going over the Nikita Advent. I have raised my Verdandi to 6 purple stars. I was doing it yesterday with 5 purple stars. You can probably do it with a little bit less. And also if you have your own Esna, you can just take a Verdandi friend. I do want to say thanks to the people who sent me friend requests that had Esnas. Thanks. She is very useful here, although also not strictly needed. But she definitely does help with that 50% bonus HP. Karen is also excellent here. Marduk, I raised him along with Deimos just to fill in this water stuff to make Esna's leader skill actually useful, giving us 60% more attack. Verdandi is most likely and absolutely necessary either as a friend or your own because of the 150% attack boost he gives everyone, as well as an extra 40% on his leader skill. So altogether we're rocking 250% bonus attack here. If you want to check out my Verdandi's runes, here they are. Crit damage set, life set, the substats are basically what I had. These were mostly pre-raised crit damage runes, so they're not so special, I would say. You know, just basically attack, multi-strike, crit chance, crit damage. I think crit damage is more important than crit chance because he does get strike prep a lot. But yeah, other than that, you know, Karen, 0 purple stars, Deimos, Marduk, none of those guys have purple stars, they're not very strong. These guys also just have +9 runes, whatever I had lying around pretty much. So again, they were mainly to fill the void. Deimos' healing is quite good. Marduk, he is okay. You could swap him out with pretty much any water, I guess. But yeah, I always take an Esna friend, but this is less about team comp and talking about the mechanics of this boss. We do have to use 3 dungeon tickets, sadly, because I did my 3 entries already, but it's alright for the sake of a video. I typically don't recommend doing that. Just have a little bit of patience and you'll get those 16 you need. I may fail here, because there can be some bad stuff that happens with this boss, so do keep that in mind. But here we are at the first stage of the boars. The main reason I'm taking a mono water team is because they will obliterate any non-water enemies with their first skill here. Massive damage when attacking non-water enemies, and they're guaranteed to multi-strike them. So also if you revive, they go into a berserk mode, then they just do a lot more damage and they're kind of hard to deal with. Besides that, there's nothing too special about these guys. I just like to burst them down quickly with Esna's S3, Verdandi's S3. They do revive once. Of course I'm going to use Verdandi's S3 on the fully health one because it'll probably die. And yeah, so get some lucky multi-strikes in there, that's good. Esna's S2 is good to get Verdandi's second skill going up straight away again. You can do his second skill also. Try and save Deimos' healing for when you need it, but you can give someone a little buff here. If you do happen to bring Marduk, I don't know, I do whatever with him. Taunting them's good, because he probably is the tankiest one here, even though he doesn't have any purple stars. And so just getting through these guys, you know, it shouldn't be too hard as long as you have a decent team that's all water. If there is a non-water and they decide to attack him, they'll most likely die. And then if there are any auto revives happening, they'll go into berserk mode, and it's a whole story, and you don't really want that. So I'm sure it's not absolutely necessary to raise a full water mono team, so 5 waters, but it definitely does help. So after you get past the pigs, you are met with Braum here. There is one very important mechanic to this guy, 2 actually. The first being this timer here, Composure. You want to try and delete him before this ends, although when his ends it's not too big of a deal. He will do some AoE that can be annoying. Just that's something to keep in mind. There's one other very important thing to keep in mind, but we have to wait until he does that to us first. It might be coming here after his next turn. Oh yeah, here it is. Boom. Alright, so when you have this debuff here, Defense Crush, you have to defend. It says it right there. Greatly increases damage taken, and that is no understatement. Most will get one-shotted by anything if they have this on them. And it's removed when you defend. No other way to remove it, so if you see one of your units that has this, defend. Besides that, just keep attacking as usual for those that don't have it on them, and just try and get through this stage as fast as you can. However, you must save your 3rd skill for the boss, because Nikita has the same composure mechanic as this guy. We have Marduk here now with his defense break debuff, so defend, and you can see it's gone. Again, I'm going to use Karen's 2nd skill on my Verd. to get her turn going and to also decrease the cooldown of her third skill, because that will be very important for the boss. Alright, now we have Defense Crush on Karen and Verd, which is pretty bad because that means I can't attack with Verd now until that goes away. Esna can still attack though, so that's good. You see that damage, 13,000? Verd was at full health, now he's almost dead. Thankfully, he didn't die fully. We didn't even get a chance to defend with Verd before he attacked, so there is some RNG involved here as well. If you get too unlucky, bad things can happen. Now it's Verd's turn, unfortunately. He only has 2 turns left on this composure, but we have to defend, or else Verd can definitely die. So we can give Verd a little attack buff there from Deimos. Yeah, see, there goes Karen. Didn't get a chance to attack with her either, so unfortunately she died and her Cozy Abundance was procced. On the plus side, when they do die, it obviously removes the debuff, so I can just attack with her as normal. And here he goes. Now he is in Berserk mode because of the composure ended, and he will do some pretty big AoE stuff here. He also does heal when someone revives, as you can check, and Karen did already, so that's something you obviously want to try and avoid. Here goes his big AoE there. It's not too bad unless someone has Defense Break. I'm going to go ahead and pop Deimos' third skill because this is getting pretty bad now. I may go ahead and use Esna's third because we need to get rid of him quickly now, or else this is going to become very bad very fast. I am still trying to save Verd's third skill for the boss, however, and just seeing if we can get through this without using it. No defense crushes yet, I believe, so maybe we get lucky and we can get through him without any more defense crushes. Nope. Okay, Karen has defense crush now. Let's see if we can get back to her before he attacks, which I think we can. So defend, and you see she would have easily died right there if it wasn't for defending. Okay, but we were able to get past him, and now is the actual hard part, Nikita. So as you can see, she also has composure, 14 turns for this one, and once this runs out, it's practically GG. You might be able to survive 1 or 2 turns, but she's going to be doing her third skill active AoE, massive damage, every other turn, I believe, once the composure runs out, so yeah. She also summons these pigs. You can proc revive unavailable with Verdandi and have them not revive anymore, but since this is such a DPS race, I tend to ignore the pigs and maybe do a bit of AoE damage with Verd or whoever. They also can taunt, so that can be annoying. She will also apply Defense Crush, so you have to keep an eye on it at all times. This is actually the first time I'm trying with Verd at 6 stars, so let's see how much damage we can do with him. Kaboom! It was a crit. That was good. About a little over a third, I would say. We gotta defend with Marduk since he is defense crushed right now. A nice counter. Oh, he is defense crushed. That's really unfortunate. We're just gonna normal attack with Deimos because we have to defend with Verd next turn anyway to get that defense crush off. The pig went down, his revive was unavailable. We're now gonna use Karen on Verd this time, but not to get another attack, but to make sure he can defend because it would have been Nikita's turn next. And you see she attacked him, he would have been, she would have been dead at this point. Now we're gonna use Deimos to buff Verd and hopefully he won't get another defense crush before he can attack. I'm really sorry guys, I can only see her as a him. Okay. Just try and have a little bit of okay, regardless, we're going to attack with her now. We're going to use second skill to get strike prep, so maybe any counter attacks or so will do some extra crits, some extra damage in there. The pigs do revive if you don't have revive unavailable, so that is something to keep in mind as well. Karen now has defense crush as well as Deimos, so that's unfortunate. Gotta defend with Deimos. He may have already had it for a turn, and I may have not noticed. Okay, there goes Vern. Now the pig's enraged because Vern revived. And really, just gotta try and delete her before that composure runs out. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do it this time. Unfortunately, we haven't been getting a lot of counter or multi-strikes so far, so I don't know if it's gonna work out, but gotta just keep trying regardless. 14,000 left. At this point, I'm probably not gonna defend with Vern. Gotta just try and get that kill in there. It looks like I'm taunted, unfortunately. Vern might go down now. Yep, and no revive here. All right, I think what I'm gonna try now is giving Karen's second skill buff to Esna so Esna can go. And maybe if we're lucky, boom, there it is. Oh, hey, no, that's never happened before. Pig, go away. Don't do this. Okay, that's funny. So you have to kill the minions also, that's weird. Well, let's just take it safe, heal them up. And regardless, it should be done soon after they finally stop reviving. Are they gonna revive indefinitely? Is this a bug? I just killed them again. Or do I actually need Vern? So the revive is oh god. What? Don't tell me, man, that this is gonna happen like this. I don't have any revive on unavailables. This is ridiculous! Don't do this to me, game! I can't believe this is happening, honestly. Net marble! Fix this! I don't want to give up. I beat this. I beat this! It's so stupid. Revives unlimited times upon death. This was something I wasn't really aware of because it wasn't like that this sort of coincidence would happen. I mean, they actually should die when the main boss dies. So I think this is actually a bug. It would seem weird that you need the revive unavailable there. But yeah, that is retarded. Thank you. Well, okay. If it wasn't for the bug, we would have beaten it. We wouldn't have wasted our time and stamina. But because of that bug, and we also wasted our 6-star Esna, which I think we only have like 1 or 2 up. Well, let's try this one, and we'll go in again. Okay, what is this angle now? Why do I have so many bugs? Well, unfortunately, due to bad RNG, you get to see what happens when her composure runs out, because, yeah. She just kept defense crushing everyone, so I basically just had to keep defending. That is sad, but, cool. Alright, so I didn't even get a turn with Karen to try. There goes Deimos. I don't know what happened with him. He may have had his resolve still active, so that's cool. But it doesn't really matter, like, unless I get incredibly lucky and somehow... You can see what happens on her next turn. She may do a normal attack, or she may just do her 3rd skill again. Yeah, well, not really a normal attack, but not her 3rd skill at least. She'll do it next turn, and probably that'll be it. Not even gonna bother defending with Esna, she's gonna die anyway. Yeah, okay, well, there goes Esna again. Like, maybe if I had his 3rd ooh, she only has 6,000 left. And that, see, the pig should go down like that. You see? It was just a bug last time. Okay, that was very close. Which it usually is, I'll be honest. No drop, sadly, but yeah, to be expected. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a very, very difficult dungeon riddled with RNG. If those defense crushes keep landing and you just have to resort to defending all the time, you're not gonna kill them before they're enraged timers and they're gonna kill you, and it's just all a big mess, and it kind of isn't that great of a dungeon. But the Advent Hero does sound nice. Again, if you don't have Esna, I would recommend pulling for Verdandi if you want to go through with this dungeon. If you do have Verdandi and Esna, then hell, you could take a second Verdandi as a friend, maybe get through it even faster, because this is more about DPS than survivability, because you won't need as much survivability if you can kill them before their timers are up. Mainly Nikita. Karen is also amazing, even though she's very low right now. She just works really well with her 2nd skill there and her emergency pretty high healing here. Also a bit of passive HP with her 1st skill. Deimos again is good, you know, with his 2nd skill, nice attack buff for Verdandi. His 3rd skill is also great, so Marduk is the only one that I would say I wouldn't mind swapping out for practically anyone else. Just need him for full mono. But yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it for now. Tell me what you think about the Nikita Advent. Do you have any other strategies for it that are working for you? If so, make sure to drop them in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you did happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.